Hi guys, just wanted to welcome you to our ACA online class and say hey to everybody and just kind of walk you through maybe a couple things in Moodle this first week. My name is Nancy Rich, as you can probably figure, and I have talked to a couple of you guys on the phone, and some of you guys have come by and said hey, and that's great. I'm happy to help answer questions any way I can, but I thought maybe this video would be a little bit helpful. Bear with me for a second while I share my screen, and I will kind of walk you through some things here in Moodle. Okay, so when you log into the class, the first thing you're going to see is this course information section right here. And I think most of you have done the syllabus quiz already, but if not, please make sure you do that by tomorrow, because until you do the syllabus quiz, you won't have access to the rest of the work in the course. So you really want to make sure that you get that done as quickly as possible, because there are assignments due pretty much right away. Generally, my assignments are always due on Sunday evenings. So, and I only have things due once a week, but please do not wait until Sunday to look at the assignments, because some of these assignments are going to take you longer than just a couple hours to do. Especially when we get into our academic plan and things like that, you're going to want to have plenty of time to work on that, and may even need to see an advisor in order to kind of work out the courses that you need for that plan. So please make sure that, for example, week 1 says May 28th through June 2nd. I really expect you to start working on that on May 28th. Hopefully you have already. And then everything is due by June 2nd. Week 2, of course, then, and everything's available now, so it's all open. You can see it all. If you scroll down through the course when you log in, you can see everything is there for the whole semester. But sometimes students get in the habit of knowing things are due on Sunday, so they log in on Sunday and check what's due, and that's going to be a mistake, I promise. So please make sure you're starting to work on things early. Couple things, so after you've done the syllabus quiz, everything will open up for you, and the syllabus quiz actually is a grade though, so you only have to do it and score like any score on it for everything to open up. But if you're scoring a 60 or 70 or 80 on it, go back and redo it until you get 100, just to make sure that it's a daily grade, but it is a grade, so just make sure that that grade's as high as it can be. That's the only thing that you'll have multiple attempts on, so that one you can actually do as many times as you need to get the grade you want. So once you're done with that, you'll want to scroll down, and you can get to week 1 by clicking week 1 here, or you can click these buttons over here on the left-hand side. But we click on week 1, and then you can see all of the assignments and extra materials for week 1. That course information section is always going to be at the top, but when you scroll down, then you're seeing everything that's due by June 2nd, or in the case of that syllabus quiz, May 31st. I've got reading assignments there. Generally, anything bold is something that you need to actually submit. So for this week, you've got to submit the syllabus quiz, you've got a CFNC profile evaluation, and then you've got 2 blogs 1 and 2 for week 1. Generally, the way I lay the course out is if there is a website or a handout that I want you to complete, I'll list that first. So the first assignment here that you're going to submit is this profile evaluation form. Here's the website you're going to go to. Here's the form you're going to fill out when you're at the website, and then you'll save that back to your computer, and then you'll click this submission link to submit. So, and I've tried to make all that clear in my descriptions here. So if you read the description, you'll see that, once you've created the profile on that website and done those interest inventories, fill out this form, and then you'll submit it using the link below, and then here's the link below. And basically you'll just click this link. I am logged in as an instructor currently, so I can't actually show you what it looks like to submit, but you'll basically click that. There'll be a button that says add submission, and you'll find the file on your computer and then submit it and save it. And when you're done, you'll get a green little bar that says submitted for grading, so you'll know that it's been submitted. One note about these assignments, Moodle does not work well with pages in particular, so I'm asking for everything to be submitted as a doc or a docx, which is a Word file, or a PDF file. If you have Pages, if you have a MacBook or something like that, and Pages is the software you use, that's fine, but you'll need to go into Save As, and you'll need to save it as a different file type. So when you go save it, you can save it as a Word file, or you can save it as a PDF file, and then submit it that way. And I've got this note in here. For the first couple weeks, I have this long note in here about that. You can also use Google Docs. If you're using Google Docs, that is free and online, and that's a wonderful program that you don't have to pay for. You can do any kind of papers for class and that sort of thing using that, you'll go to File and Download As, and then you can download it as a Word file or a PDF file, and then save it to your computer. So just be aware that, you know, if you're going to submit it as a Pages file, I can't access it. It's almost like not submitting it at all. I have to have it in a form that's readable. So the first assignment there for week 1 is the CFNC profile. You'll go to that website, do the interest inventories I've assigned there, and then you will fill out the form and submit it. The other 2 assignments that you've got to do this week are blogs. And I can show you what that looks like. There's blog 1 and then there's blog 2. There should be 2 blogs each week for you. You'll click on the blog, and then you'll click on Add a New Topic. Now, you're aware this is kind of like a discussion forum. So this sort of takes the place of a class discussion. You're seeing things everybody else has posted, even some things I've posted just as a sample, like showing somebody how to do it. So you'll see everything everybody else has posted. So be aware of that. And, you know, I'm asking for you to comment on some of the things that we're reading in the book and some of the activities we're doing, but you do not have to give personal information away here, because it is things that other students are going to read. So just be aware of that when you're typing. There is a 200-word minimum on all the blogs, and I grade that proportionally. So if you give me 100 words, you're going to get a 50% on it. So if you give me 200 words, if it's on topic and it's on time, you're going to get hundreds on all these assignments. So these are kind of easy A's. You'll click on Add a New Topic, and then it almost just looks like you're sending me an email. So you would type in something like, you know, about me or whatever you want to label it. And then here is where you would type your response. And you want that to be 200 words. When you submit it, it'll tell you how long it is. You're going to want a good sized paragraph here. You could do it in Word or in Google Docs and then do your word count there and then just copy and paste it into this box. That may be easiest for you. But you can type it in here directly and then post it. And then when you post it, it'll tell you how long it is. So here's where you'll see, you know, successfully added. You have 30 minutes to edit it. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I only have 8 words. And she says I need 200. So I can go back in here now for 30 minutes and I can edit it and I can add more. If that time elapses and I can't edit any longer, I can always just reply to myself. So I could just go back in here, I click on discuss, and I'm in my topic now, and I could just click reply, and I can just add more. So if you feel like you didn't write enough and you want to go back and add more, you can do that. Okay, so you'll do that for blog 1 and blog 2 each week. And they usually pertain to things that we've read in the book or other assignments, like I said, that you've done. If you don't actually have the book at this moment, you know, this is the website activity. The other one is on goal setting. So you could potentially do these blogs without actually having your textbook right now, but do try to get that book as soon as possible. So you'll have the same thing for week 2. When you get into week 2, there's a couple assignments that you submit there. There is a personal narrative that here's the assignment, here's where you submit it, and then there's a career plan. Here's the assignment, here's where you submit it, along with 2 blogs. Remember that when we do this class in the summertime, we're doing it in 8 weeks. So you've got a 16-week semester condensed into 8. So yeah, there's a lot due each week because it's kind of like we're cramming 2 weeks into each week. So I apologize for that. That's just kind of the nature of the way summer is. When you get into week 3, I think that's when we have our first test. I wanted to point that out as well. Make sure you've read chapter 4 by that point. The tests come pretty much from the book, so you will need to have the textbook if you want to do well on these tests. I do set time limits. I do expect it to be a real test. So I expect that you are studying beforehand. You should not be using your book. You should not be Googling anything. You should not be looking up the answers. I want you to have studied beforehand and then come back and take the test on your own, not with other people. You know, I expect it to be a real test. Now, it's Moodle. You're taking it at home. You know I can't control whether you actually use your book or not. The only way I can control it is through the time limit. So you will have a 40-minute time limit. And I know that seems like not a lot, and it is not a lot. It's not a lot of time. But it's to encourage you to make sure that you are fully prepared. There will be some multiple choice matching, true, false, fill in the blank, and then a couple short, like, I call them short essay, but it's really just open response questions. But you really want to make sure you save time to get those done because those will take a couple minutes to do. So that 40 minutes, you know, that's my way of making sure you've studied beforehand and you aren't trying to cheat your way through the test. That week is also the week that you do your academic plan, and that is the assignment where you may need to actually meet with your advisor beforehand. So be looking ahead at what these assignments are, and like I said, do not log in on Sunday and just hope that you'll be able to get everything done. Okay, so we've covered week 1, submitting assignments, submitting blogs. My late policy, I do want to point that out. And for all these blogs, you know, I'll tell you when it's due, but you should have seen in the syllabus that the late policy is I only accept things up to 24 hours late. So if it's due on Sunday, I will accept it through Monday, but you're going to lose 15 points. And the point is to make sure that you're submitting assignments on time. You have an entire week to do these assignments. That's why I'm telling you to start logging in on Mondays or even Sunday the week before and figure out what's due, because you want to make sure that you're actually getting these things done on time and submitted on time. If you need to submit it late, that's better than not, but do know that, you know, if you submit it, you know, even 5 minutes late, it's technically the next day and it's going to be 15 points off. All right, let me know if you have any questions. You know, this is a great class. It doesn't matter. I sometimes hear from people who they're brand new and they aren't sure what they want to do with their lives yet, and they feel like this class kind of makes them make some decisions. And yes, we are trying to kind of get you to make decisions early on. I also sometimes hear from students who they've already decided what they want to do, and they feel like maybe this is unnecessary because they're getting ready to graduate. It is a required class. All the assignments in this class pertain to you. It's all research on you and the courses you need to complete your degree and where you're going to go with that and what your career is going to be. And so, you know, you're going to get out of this course, I guess, what you put into the course. So even if you've already got your career plan chosen, that's great. No amount of research is going to be too much when you're talking about a career that you might spend the rest of your working years in. Same way if you're brand new to college and you aren't really sure what you want to do, and we're kind of asking you to make decisions, you know, we're asking you to make decisions and make an educational plan, and if things change after the semester's over, then that's fine. Things change after the semester's over, but at least now you'll have tools and you'll have done the research and you'll be able to kind of, you know, if your career changes or you change your college major after the semester's over with, that's great. You can now employ the things we did in this class to your new career and make sure that's really something that works out for you. I'm trying not to make these little videos too long, so I'm going to stop right now. But let me know if you have any questions or any problems. You've got my email and my information all right here on the side. So you can just shoot me an email through Moodle if you need to. And of course, I will respond back to your college email account. So make sure that you go check your email then for my response. But you're also welcome to give me a call or come see me. I'm in H Building 116 on the Caldwell campus. And I'm happy to talk to you anytime. As long as I'm available, then I'm yours. You know, let me know what I can do for you. Y'all have a great day, and I look forward to reading all your work. Thanks.